Hello, denizens of the internet. If you've been following Film Threat's controversial D-File expose on the destruction of Disney's animation studio using a concerted effort to get rid of the old, experienced white guys and replace them with inexperienced, radicalized animators, especially through the Women in Animation lobby group, then you will be interested in this little update from what was arguably Canada's most famous animation school and one of the best in North America that still supplies the animation houses with qualified bodies to abuse. Because of my videos on the topic and being a known Canadian entity, a student from Sheridan College here in Ontario contacted me to spill the beans. I did not confirm this person's account of the goings-on at Sheridan, so please take my report with a grain of salt. Full disclosure, I used to lecture at Sheridan back in the late 80s and early 90s when CD-ROM and new media was the booming new opportunity. I also knew the teachers in the animation department as well as the Apple reps that supplied Sheridan with computers. I'm sure all those people are long gone, as is Apple, replaced by HP. It was an exciting time. Steve Spaz Williams was a graduate from the program. He had worked on the groundbreaking 3D dinosaurs in Spielberg's Jurassic Park and is credited on works such as The Abyss, Terminator, Judgment Day, The Mask, and many others. He was a hero, and Sheridan made sure everyone knew Steve's educational pedigree. Both traditional and 3D graduates were being scooped up left, right, and Z-axis. I recount this with sadness, as based on the testimony of this student, Sheridan is a shell of its former self, some of it inflicted by the DEI cancer that is spreading across all Canadian educational institutions, but also self-inflicted due to some very bad decisions that have hurt the program. My first question was, had Sheridan become woke? Their answer was, we are woke up the wazoo at Sheridan. Eggshells are the new linoleum. There is no collegial camaraderie lest someone says something that will offend another person. The admins are declaring their pronouns all the time, and that is encouraged. The person told me it was transparently obvious that the course had been altered and tailored using woke language. The teachers are speaking in pronoun gibberish. It makes it hard to understand, especially for the influx of foreign students. The person mentioned that there are an inordinate number of students who identify on the alphabet spectrum, and all their work, their sample work, seems to be about that. They think that they are brave, but it's all tedious and boring, according to them. The straight students don't seem to include relations. Perhaps it's because surveys have shown kids are not having any relationships. Males are far in the minority in this person's class, down to 2 or 3 out of the entire class. They've sometimes got up to 27 students in a class. They said it's tough to get meaningful teacher time in a 2-hour lab. The classes have become tedious as there is a clear language barrier causing the classes to slow down, and the men in the class are also very quiet, afraid to ask questions. So my contact doesn't, just so they don't stand out. Some people speak so quietly that the teachers have to walk up to them to hear them, and even when they ask them to speak up, they don't. Everyone is aware of the DEI changes at Disney, and many are tailoring themselves to Disney's restrictive culture, which I personally think is a shame, as you should be going into a job wanting to energize and challenge things artistically, like Steve Williams did. The white guys in the course don't talk about Disney at all. I'm sure some of the girls are aware of women in animation. The final point they mentioned was that the school's heyday was a long time ago, which was disappointing. In addition, the course changed from a 3-year diploma to a 4-year degree granting experience. Sheridan did that by adding electives, not just by expanding the animation training, which would have been more useful. Contact indicated that some are helpful, but the problem is with the breadth of electives necessary to get the degrees. Things like social movements and protest, words of mass deception, mafias, a global history, gender psychology, anatomy and physiology of injury. I'm not making this up, folks. Which, to me, looks like just more DEI indoctrination. Anyway, that's it for my contact. They are thinking of bailing before finishing the course. They have no problem with the teachers, but can see the pressure they are under to deliver a quality experience. The present situation is not ideal for anyone. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.